Sometimes I wish everything was different. I wish the heart is what we met first in people before meeting the face. I wish we had detectors for a fake smile, one that would clearly indicate a broken heart covered by a smiley face. Sometimes I wish everyone would really understand that my outer self isn't me. I wish you could tear myself apart and let everyone see the inner me. Let everyone see how much my inside is broken. See how I have lost many pieces of me on the way. See how much I have struggled to stay put, how much I have struggled to be myself in a society that gives a list of expectations. I wish people could try and see the number of times I have tried hiding from the reality, the number of times I have tried being invisible, the number of times I have swallowed my pride and gotten ulcers in return, and gotten choked by overthinking, the number of times I have forced myself to stay positive, not because I want to, but because people keep seeing my worth more than I do. I wish people could see that I ain't a poet. I just have a twisted way of bleeding. I drain my ink on sheets of papers, the same way I drain tears on my bed sheets. I wish people could genuinely see how exhausted I am of living in myself, how anxiety has turned me into a zombie, how I think too much and still feel awful about things I can't reverse. I wish people could see how much I struggle to not hate me, how hollow and empty my happiness is. I have been trying really hard, but there's always something to drag me backwards. Those moments where I feel unworthy and wanted, those moments where I feel that I don't belong anywhere, and I just want to sleep and never get up. I just want to escape from everything, go away from everyone and be a perfect loner. Dissolve into the thin air and leave my brain behind, because that's where my depression is manufactured. Sometimes I wonder what happens to a young writer who has always had a pen and a paper for a friend, who has been trying to tell the world that she is also fighting her battle and she's losing, that she has faked the strength for too long and she's deciding to give in. What happens to a writer who has succumbed to the weight of anxiety, who has decided to let the mind stay negative and let the esteem sink lower and lower as it pleases, who is slowly drowning and everyone thinks that she is growing? What happens to a young writer who is slowly fading away and not even the closest people are taking notice? What happens to a young writer who has been bleeding for so long and not even transfusion can keep her alive because there are just so many wounds in the inside?